Hello everyone, it's Crystal. Today we're going to look at delay and postpone. If I'm at the airport and my flight has been delayed, can I say that my flight has been postponed instead? Is delaying something the same as postponing it? Let's take a look in the rest of the video. As you probably know, delay and postpone can have very similar meanings, but the way that we use these terms and think of them can be very different. Let's take a look at these examples. The concert has been postponed. The concert has been delayed. As I talked about in my previous video, when we postpone something, we are delaying it for some reason, and we will likely reschedule that thing or event for a later date in the future. Think of it as having the same event, just happening sometime in the future at a later date and time. So with my concert example, the concert has been canceled and it has likely been rescheduled for a later date in the future. But with delay, we can think of it as taking more time than we expected. So if my concert is delayed, then it is taking longer than I expected for the concert to start. But the concert will probably still happen that same day. It will just start at a later time. Here is another example. We had to postpone the soccer game due to the bad weather. We had to delay the soccer game due to the bad weather. Another difference is that we postpone with intention. It is usually planned, while delays often happen suddenly with little warning. So in this example, when we postponed the soccer game, it was canceled and rescheduled intentionally. It was planned, and people probably knew about it in advance. When we delayed the soccer game, it sounds like the soccer game was about to start, and then suddenly there was some bad weather, so the game could not start at the original time. It had to start later. But most likely, the game happened that same day, just a little later that day. Let's take a look at my first example. My flight has been postponed. My flight has been delayed. The first sentence sounds a bit strange because flights are usually controlled by airlines, not by me. So my flight can be canceled or rescheduled by the airlines, but they would not be postponed. If I want to use postpone, I could say, my trip has been postponed. But this means that I intentionally rescheduled my trip for a later date in the future for some reason. In the second sentence, when my flight was delayed, I'm likely sitting in the airport waiting for my flight. And then suddenly, my flight will not be taking off at the original time. Perhaps the pilot and crew have not arrived yet, or maybe there was suddenly some bad weather. So it is taking longer than I expected for my flight to take off. The flight will probably still happen that same day, just later than originally planned. I hope that you all have a better understanding about the differences between delay and postpone. If you have any other questions or comments, please leave them down below. And we hope that you subscribe and let us know what other things you might be interested in learning about. Until next time, bye!